What is up, sports fans? You are rocking with the homies OT. We got all the fellas back together again. Hey, Big G, Tate in the house, and I will be driving the car tonight. B Dirt, aka B Dirt, Brandon Harry here. Big G, what's going on, man?
Nothing, bro. I got a question though. I can't see no comments.
Yep, we did that last week.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
that's a thing.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It has to do with what channel is on there somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm good though, bro. Watching this.
It's on. Maybe it's not on
fans first. There you go.
Pay said he got one.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't know.
I think I figured it out. I don't know why it did that though.
Okay. They'll find us. They'll find us in a minute. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good, B-Dirt, man. I'm watching it in this game.
Well,
watching DiVincenzo out there smoke them.
We'll get right to. Did you watch any of the Tom Brady roast?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of it?
This was the thing. He was all good until he started roasting the owner. And when he lit the owner up, boy, he got a little sensitive about that, bro. He didn't care if Gronk got it. He didn't care if Edelman got it. He didn't even care if his wife got it. But when the owner got it, his wife, she was getting murder show. But when Robert Kraft started getting it,
no did he?
Yeah.
And it was just one joke. And all he said was, Mr. Kraft, you know, he quoted what he said when he got drafted. Mr. Kraft, I'm gonna be the best move or best investment you ever made. And would you like a massage? And then Brady was hot behind that one, boy. I said, oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, I did see an interview with Jeff Ross after that, where Jeff Ross said that was all in jest. Like that was supposed to be part of the joke. And the problem with athletes sometimes is they're not funny when they try to be funny.
Okay.
It is what it is. Pay, did you get to watch that yet or check out the roast? Did you find anything stand out if you did?
I guess you can say that joke rubbed them the wrong way.
No diddy. No diddy, no doubt. No diddy, no doubt. But it was true.
I am a new fan of Nikki. What's her last name?
Glazer. Nikki Glazer. She's great.
She lit that stage up.
Sure
Yeah, she lit it up. Everything else after that, I mean, I'm always been a Kevin Hart fan. I mean, he was hilarious to me. But don't take my word for it because I think a lot of stuff he does is funny. But Nikki Glazer was the high point. Ron Burgundy, which is sad for me to say, was the low point of the hour and 15 minutes that I watched, because this is almost a 3-hour roast. Like, come on, I can't watch all of this. That's a fine.
Nikki Glazer was the lady that was said that Gronk sounded like the Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah, me know that's fake money.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, Ron Burgundy, which I am a huge stan for anything Will Ferrell. Like, out of all my top 10, 15, 20 comedies, at least 6 of them are Will Ferrell movies. But Ron Burgundy, again, I love Anchorman, but Ron Burgundy was not funny. Sorry. But Nikki Glazer, hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought she was really funny. Gronk caught a lot of strays too.
Yeah,
he did.
He wasn't laughing at none of them. He was like, "What happened?"
Well, and I he traditionally gets treated like a big dumb animal, but most of the guys you hear, like his teammates talk about him, he's far from it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Tate, did you get to check on the Tom Brady roast? Did anything stand out from you?
And I watched the first hour and a half of it. Like Pay said, it's really long. But I definitely thought Nikki Glazer was the funniest. But since he since he mentioned her, I'm gonna take one of the ex players. I thought Drew Bledsoe was really funny, man.
Yeah.
For what he said and his part in it, and his part in the whole Tom Brady story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, what did he say? Something about he was almost dying and you took my job.
Basically.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe was funny.
I thought Tom Brady was actually pretty funny with it too. The one where he said, Peyton Manning splits his time living in Denver. He lives part of the time in Louisiana, but he'll forever live in my shadow.
Yeah,
that's
See,
great.
I didn't get that far yet.
Yeah,
that's
great.
big fact. That's big facts.
Yeah,
Brady, a lot of cats is gonna live in Brady's shadow forever.
I didn't.
I heard Netflix already had parts of it were pulled, like there were clips that they pulled out of it already.
Really, because they did it live. So
yeah, from backlash stuff. So that's pretty interesting. All in all, man, I thought it was well done though.
I thought it was well done. Man, that many people packed the arena, the old Forum. You remember the old Forum, Big G?
Yeah.
I don't think Peyton know nothing about the Forum. But
the Fabulous Forum. Hey,
he don't know nothing about
the Great Western Forum.
He a Staples baby.
I thought it was actually crypto that they were in. I thought they just accidentally set the Forum. I thought they tore down the Forum.
They didn't tear it down.
Are you sure?
No, well, it's still there.
I don't know.
That's just a waste of space.
The Forum is in Inglewood. Staples is in LA. So I don't think they tore it down. They just used it for other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
But B Dirt, I didn't think Randy Moss was that good. That's not his thing.
No, he definitely seemed like a fish out of water for sure. You're right. So let me ask you before we get off this, let's make it quick, but off the top of the dome, give me one more athlete that you would like to see get roasted. Pay, I'll start with you.
The Rock. Wait, is he an athlete? What does that count as an athletic? Well, he did play college football. Yeah. Roast the Rock.
Roast the Rock. All right. Big G.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, that would be a good one.
He'll cry the whole
Shaquille O'Neal.
He'll just cry the next week about it.
Shaq. Yeah. Tate, what about you?
I'm all about LeBron, man. Let's talk about his hairline and him not letting it go and everything that is LeBron. I think that could be, you get some funny stuff. And it got to be somebody that's kind of big, right? Like that's why they did Brady. I mean, the Rock is big in his spear. Shaq is big. I mean, so it has to be somebody big. But yeah, I'd say LeBron.
I don't think Jordan would be a good one.
Oh, he ain't gonna take it.
No, yeah, I think he would. I think he would be a little touchy.
No Diddy, no doubt he ain't gonna take it. It's too much.
A little touchy. Who would I go with? I'd go with Barry Bonds. I want people making jokes about how big his head got.
Oh, yeah, he's not gonna take it either.
They're gonna be moving furniture around wherever it's going on with that one, man. They're gonna be moving furniture.
Barry Bonds ain't signing up for that shit, man.
Oh, no way. No way, Jose.
All right, well let's get back into some NBA. I know I know you guys probably got it on in the background of wherever you're watching. Is that Knicks game still on?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
These games have been so good, man. It's the third one, man, and they all have played out the same. The Pacers jump out, the Knicks come back and end up winning. Right now, we're at the part where the Knicks come back and probably end up winning. I think it's like 101 to 101 with like 4 minutes left.
Yeah, the Knicks have been a scrappy team. I think it's kind of what makes them endearing to watch. That and the three college the Nova boys playing together again in the NBA.
I hated that Nova team.
Cheesy got 35 of them, bro.
White Dante, the big ragu.
I bet you did. They beat NC, the Tar Heels in the championship.
Hated
you weren't supposed to mention that, Tate. We're supposed to keep that.
Oh, Jalen Brunson brought it up to Kenny Smith. I can at least bring it up to Pay.
Nope.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
We gotta get back next season though, so it's all right.
So we do have a couple of, we got 3 matchups here that I'm pretty excited about that have actually started, right? The series doesn't start until you win one on the road. Shai versus Luka.
Where my son?
Luka turned around and got that home court advantage.
He didn't. You know what? But do you know the headline? He ain't playing game 3, bro. Luka hurt real bad.
Yeah,
he might have to. He might have to cook. The season might be cooked for him. It might be cooked. Luka ain't playing.
Struggling obviously with that knee.
Yeah, and Shai had 30, 12, and 9.
Hey, but here's the thing: Kyrie can still beat them.
They got Kyrie.
Kyrie didn't beat him last night. It was PJ Washington.
Yeah, well, Kyrie and the rest of the guys. Who was I watching today? Somebody said, Paul Pierce on Skip this morning said Kyrie will never score 9 points again in his life.
He might get it this next game.
I think he's done that twice before.
Yeah, he might get it this next game, bro. They had Kyrie on lock. But the issue with OKC, the reason they lost is because them others, Lou Dort, the Williams boys, Chet, they all played garbage. What's his name? The Josh Giddey. They was out there.
Garbage.
Last night he was horrible. He was horrible compared to game 1. Oh, he played big trash. He was big trash.
And then what you got to do is give it up to the others on Dallas, PJ Washington, Gafford, those guys. I mean, they came.
Washington, Gafford, and Hardaway. And
Hardaway's back.
But PJ Washington ain't gonna hit no 7 out of 10 threes again either.
That is the only reason OKC lost, because Tim Hardaway had a quarter by himself. PJ Washington was like, who was PJ Washington?
7 and 10.
Yeah, he was just going crazy. Without Luka, this is a gentleman's sweep at best.
It's over. It's over.
And Luka still on one leg had 29, right?
He did. He did.
He still and I thought he facilitated the ball well. Made some.
Dallas really is in this, and Dallas going to win tomorrow night. But B Dirt, go ahead and steal the conversation, man.
Like a bet, G.
We already got a bet. We already got the bet. Shai versus Luka. We already got it. And by the way, B Dirt.
No, like your bets. If Luka hurt, the bet is off. That's what you do.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it is. It is what he does.
Don't try it. Don't try it, buddy. Don't try it, buddy.
That's what it is.
No, you just.
If Luka hurt, the bet is off.
No, we didn't. That wasn't at the parameters at the beginning, bro.
That is a big G stipulation every time.
That's a big G stipulation.
Don't try it, buddy. I call it at the beginning. I always call it at the beginning. You can't call it because now he hurt.
So Tate, over in the comment section, I'm gonna give you your weekly shout out here for Tate. Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it. What's happening, cuz?
And Claude Bishop said, "Big G, when are you going to give Luka his flowers?" Claude, I'm gonna go with never because I think Luka probably gonna outlive Big G. So,
hey,
how was that MVP voting?
In all fairness, Pay got to say what's up, cuz too. That's his cousin, and that made me think about Pay. I tried to call your grandmother yesterday. She didn't answer the phone.
What's up, T? G-Mon will never answer the phone. What? Grandma Doris? She be out. She be out living her life. Okay.
She be out in them streets.
She be outside. Weather turned, she outside, bending blocks. She got rid of a car, but she got that stroller. She's still outside.
Okay.
So how'd that MVP voting go? How'd that go?
It was pretty tight. It was pretty good voting. It was pretty tight.
It was tight.
Who finished second?
I believe it was Jokic first, Shai second, Luka third.
Thank you.
Giannis fourth.
Thank you.
But B Dirt, do you have numbers on how close it was?
No, I don't.
That's all
I don't, because I didn't care.
Shai over Luka. Shai over Luka.
I will say this though, you talked about hitting 3-pointers unexpectedly or whatever. Boy, your Cleveland Cavaliers did that the other night.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they did.
And I believe what were the Celtics? 4 for 32 from 3-point range? Yes. Somewhere around out. That 4 for 35, maybe. So is this classic Celtics underachieving, or is this the getting the big difference in the 3-point line? I mean, the 3-point line I think was almost 30 points difference in scoring. What was your take on it, G?
I think it's a combo meal. The Celtics every year have a playoff game that they smoke. But this is the deal. The Cavs, you done messed around and let them get one in Boston. And Donovan Mitchell can get 50 anytime he wants it. Anytime Don wants 50, he can get it. I'm telling you, he can get it. Anytime he wants. They ain't got nothing for him. They ain't got nothing for Donovan Mitchell. Nothing for him. So you're going to mess around and let Donovan and get a 50 ball, and then, you're going to what they say, F around and you're going to F around and find out. Yeah, you're going to mess around and find out, but it could be down 2-1 or 3-1 fast. Because Don can get 50 anytime he wants it. And the whole thing is...
He had 29 the other night too, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't hardly play towards the end.
No, he had 29 last night, and he scored 23 in the second half, but they did sit out like the last 6 minutes.
Yeah. He can get 50 anytime he wanted.
So did you guys do a podcast last night?
Tate did.
Ooh, that's a late one, Tate.
Yeah.
No, the game went off at 9:30. I mean, Yeah, I did. Actually, it was a pretty good one, too. I had Sweet Tea and Larone on there, man. Larone coming live from the state institution. This is a call from an Ohio correctional facility.
Wow.
And where can they find that action at?
The actual podcast?
Yeah.
That's Rather Fans First Sports Network. That's Rather Cavalier.
I mean, do you guys think like the Celtics?
Big three by Indiana, 109-106 with 16 seconds. Big three. Ooh. Big three.
They should win one of these anyway.
Yeah, but can I comment on Cleveland, B-Dirt?
Yes, sir.
They got smoked the first game, and it was because, Boston's that good, one. Two, they were playing Orlando in two totally different archetypes of teams, right? That's Boston is all shooting in all threes, right? Orlando was all, Paolo going to the hole, Wagner going to the hole, not really good shooting, which is why Cleveland's defense even seemed to be more stifling because they didn't have no shooters, so they could pack in the paint. They got caught up with that on the first game, game one against Boston, because that's what they had just played the day before. Not the day before, 2 days before. With not much time to, prep. And so they were still playing that kind of defense that was packing the paint. You can't do that against Boston. That's what Boston lit them up in game one. So in game two, Cleveland had to get out to the line, run up on the shooters and make them shoot tough contested twos. And I know a lot of people, and I still would pick Boston to win, but Cleveland has made this a series. And I remind people that Darius Garland hasn't had a good game yet, and Jarrett Allen's been hurt.
Facts. Big
and
facts.
Dean Wade is coming back tomorrow.
Big facts. Big facts.
Don't expect them to win, but it's going to be competitive now is all I'm saying.
Tate, if the Cavs get game two, look out now. If the Cavs get game two, look out now. Look out now.
Hey, do you think pressure here goes to Boston now because of their, record over the past couple of years of underachieving, and now Cleveland snaking this game at Boston?
Last 30 playoff games at the whatever they call the Boston Garden nowadays.
T-Garden.
They are 15-15 in the last 30.
Ooh,
the Boston at some point we're gonna have to start carving out some space of discourse for Jason Tatum not getting it done. I don't think. With all that said, Boston is going to find a way to win this game, but laying an egg here and there is just what they do. So I can see them losing another game to Cleveland because they let their foot off the pedal, but their others are really good. Their shooting, they tend to rely on their outside shooting a little bit too much for my taste, but it is pretty good. Their coaching, even though it's a little overrated and just pat yourself on a backage, it's still pretty good. And Jason Tatum is probably the best player in the East still alive right now. So, yeah, I see them winning this series, and just because of the nature of how the Celtics go, they are probably only going to win in 6.
Is he the best player in the East?
No, I don't know about that, Pay.
It could be an argument for Donovan Mitchell. If you go by the numbers, it's Donovan Mitchell.
You could put Brunson in that argument too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. It's
I
Brunson.
would like to see Jason Tatum. I think Pay hit the nail on the head. I think he settles for jump shots too much. With his athleticism, height, build, I'd like to see him get to the rack more, man.
Wait. What are we doing? I think we're having 2 different conversations. I said the best player still alive in the East is Jason Tatum. And
Brunson and Donovan Mitchell could be in that conversation.
Not having the best playoffs, but the best player in the East.
Brunson and Donovan Mitchell could be in that conversation.
Do you have the button?
Serious. You cannot.
Do you have the button? Do you have the button? Player.
I'm not at my desk right now. I'm relaxed right now. But
Tate, you better tell him.
Not be serious about Brunson in the same conversation.
And Donovan Mitchell.
If you're talking about overall player rankings, Tatum would be higher. If you're talking about right now in the playoffs,
that's exactly what I said. We're having 2 different conversations. Like if you're just talking about this playoffs right now, then yeah. But I wasn't speaking to that. I was speaking.
Brunson might be first team All NBA this year.
I think he will be.
Yeah, but he's still not overall better than Tatum.
I mean, Tatum's been there like 3 other times. So, what are we doing here?
Claude, we're talking about best player in the East still alive. So
yeah, Giannis is at the
that's
crib.
A no-go on Giannis. He's in
Put
Cancun.
him in the Matrix. He's in Cancun. Yeah. Hey, final score, B-Dirt. 111-106. Indiana Pacers beat the Knicks.
They should.
Yeah, 111-106.
So let's go to the T-Wolves. Up 2-0 against the Nuggets.
Previews the next game up.
So we're saying Timberwolves have a chance. They definitely have a chance to pull out this one. Do you think they have a chance to get it all the way done? Big G, will go straight to you since you're the only one on this panel that took the Nuggets to win this series.
Absolutely. Do I think the Minnesota Timberwolves can man, if the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, they're going to win the chip, man. They're going to win the chip. Man.
That's not what he asked you. There, baby. He asked you, was the Nuggets going to get it done?
No,
I said, did they have a chance to get it done?
No. It's over.
I asked if the Timberwolves did. I asked the Timberwolves have a chance to win it all.
Oh, the Timberwolves. If the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, the Timberwolves going to win the chip. And check this out, Anthony Edwards. Listen, man, he might. So this is what I see. It's just what I'm saying. I see you got OKC that's going like this. You got Minnesota that's going like this. Denver better come on because they're going like this. Denver better come on. And
for those
Dallas
of you listening, he's saying they're on an upward trajectory. Is what with his hands.
OKC and Minnesota is their trajectory, man. Because Ant different. Ant is different.
All right, so Tate, somehow he ended up talking about OKC in that. But what do you think about Timberwolves' chances? Do you think they have A, the chance to win against the Nuggets, and B, could they win it all?
Let me give you a little bit of analysis that I broke down on That's Rather Cavalier last night. I thought it was a real good take, man. So Minnesota, New York, the Knicks, these teams just play scrappy, play hard, and have done that all season long.
Yep.
So these teams that coasted through the regular season, and had 50, 52 wins, Denver, Phoenix, teams like that, they don't play hard. So when it translates to the playoffs, and then you allow a little more physicality, a little more margin of contact and stuff like that, these teams that don't typically play hard aren't ready for the playoffs. Yeah. That's why you see New York doing what they're doing, very short-handed. Keep in mind, they minus Mitchell Robinson. OG was out tonight. Julius Randle's been out for about the last 2 or 3 months, but they still play hard and play tough.
Yeah.
So
That kind of tough play or whatever is exactly why I'm watching OKC and the Mavs play. I don't think there's enough physicality and finishing at the rim for their big guys down under. That's the reason why I think whoever wins that is cooked, whether they play the T-Wolves or the Nuggets. Pay, what do you think? You think Timberwolves have what it takes to pull this off?
Big facts, Peter. Big facts.
Yeah, they're up 2, and they won the 2 in the opponent's building. Yeah, they definitely have what it takes to win this series. As I've been saying, the reason why the Lakers have so much issue with Denver is because they can't defend the wings. Those 2 wings being Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. Guess what Denver got? I mean, guess what Minnesota has? They got length all over the place. They have somebody who can stick up Jamal Murray for 90 feet. The veteran Michael Conley used to be the highest paid player in the league. They got the recipe to beat them. And guess what? Minnesota ain't the only team with that recipe.
What school did Mike Conley go to?
Ohio State. Keep pushing.
Guess what? Minnesota ain't the only team with that recipe. So in the event that Denver does do a 93 Bulls and win 4 in a row after losing the first 2 of a series, they got something else. They got something else in the next round that's going to push them even further. And Denver would not be in the finals. Book it.
Yeah.
What I like about their length too, Pay, when you brought that up, it's not length that you can push around. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think there's some length out there that doesn't have the body type. I think Reed has been one of the better breakout players in my mind. I didn't realize how good he was, and he's played really well. And I think the Timberwolves have just as good a chance as anybody. But I have to say that because I picked them to go to the finals against the Celtics. So,
B-Dirt, if Minnesota wins it and Ant gets a chip, is Ant the MVP next season?
Hold on a second. Cubs, Pirates.
You already know
that ain't news. That ain't news, Pay. Pirates ain't news. That's not something that warranted breaking news and interrupting the conversation here.
Well, I didn't interrupt. That was
what's that, G?
If Minnesota gets the chip this season, is Ant the MVP next year?
I have zero correlation.
How can you ask that? We don't
things.
know what even that season is yet.
I have zero correlation between those two things.
And the reason I'm asking this is because I'm watching this young fella play, and I watched him play this year, but
I would guess if they do win the chip this year, he would be the MVP for the championship.
He's showing me he might be the best player in the league.
He's definitely really one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting.
Showing me that, man.
Sure.
He
plays defense. He's aggressive. Like I really enjoy his game a lot. Yeah, and it's a shame we haven't been able to see more of them. They need that's a ship they got to right next year, as far as giving them more, major games and primetime games. I need to see more T-Wolves.
And I got one more question to ask Pay. Is the Michael Jordan comparison fair to Ant?
No.
Because that's what they're saying. That is what they're saying.
Not yet. No. I mean, that's all longevity stuff. You can't do that.
It's all just stylistically. The way he plays, he dunks, he's explosive, all that stuff. I mean, I don't think the comparisons are past that.
He's 6'6", and he does a lot of mid-range, high-flying, acrobatic stuff. Yeah, right. So I mean, base level comparison, sure. Does he really remind me of Mike? Not really.
Yeah, Mr. Woodside over here says he is a two-way star. That's 100% right.
Big facts.
He's bad on both ends of that ball.
Big facts.
Austin's Art finally found us again. Welcome.
Austin's Art, what's up?
So we appreciate you guys over here in the live chat. We got Charlie Y. We got Gavin Anthony. We got Claude again. We got all the normals. We got John Caldwell over here. Mark Tobin made it in. So a lot of people over there. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, share us, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're gonna take a quick break here. Hear from our sponsors. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna get a refreshing beverage here. So give us a few seconds. We'll be right back. All right, we're back covering the NBA playoffs here on the Homies Podcast Overtime Edition. And before we get off of the NBA, I want to go as of right now. As of the Pacers just got done beating the Knicks on Friday night. I want to know who your guys' Mount Rushmore is in this NBA playoffs as of right now. Tate, I'm going to throw it over to you. Who's your top 4 players in this NBA playoffs as it sits right now?
Big fine.
Top 4 players still alive right now?
No.
Top 4 players as of right now in the NBA playoffs. You could even say somebody that lost in the first round if you really thought they showed out and showed you something. You want to put them on that Mount Rushmore.
Well, can't nobody that showed out and still be in it. They would have won round 1.
Maxey could give an argument for that.
Nah. They lost. I can name 4 guys better than him. And I would go with, and I'm gonna keep it to the players that are still alive.
All right.
I'm gonna go with I hate to say it. Well, Brunson's at the top.
I like it.
Brunson's number 1. Because they're winning, they're a number 1 seed. Ant is number 2. They're the number 2 seed. Shai is number 3. And I gotta go with my boy. Donovan Mitchell's number 4. So Brunson, Ant, Shai, Donovan Mitchell.
All right, Pay, I'm going to throw it to you because I know G is going to be the loudest one, so I'm going to save him for last.
Number 4, best player in the playoffs. I'm gonna put Shai there. I'm putting Shai right at number 4. Right at number 4. He's been remarkable, but there's 3 who's been a step better. Even though Shai's team is 5-1 so far. Still, it's Mount Rushmore. Number 3, I'm going with out of the Eastern Conference, Josh Hart. Number 3, Josh Hart. Number 2, I'm going Ant Edwards that we just talked about. Number 1 is going to be obviously Jalen Brunson.
Hey, you could at least, if you're gonna pick an off-brand dude, you should have picked at least Rudy Gobert.
Shout out to Rudy Gobert, new father. Clap it up for Rudy.
I wanna say this. I think Pay misunderstood the question. I did not say who's getting ruined by Tibbs this playoff series. I asked who's the Mount Rushmore. Hart is the newest person that Tibbs is going to run into the ground. Congratulations to that man for averaging over 48 minutes per game when it's only 48 minutes per game.
Hart and Mount Rushmore said nobody ever unless he was in South Dakota.
All right. Big G, who you got?
Right.
Mount Rushmore of the playoffs, 2024 edition on May 10th.
Number 4 is no. I'm gonna go 1 through 4. Number 1, Ant-Man. Number 2, Shai. Number 3, Brunson. Number 4, Donovan Mitchell. There's your 1, 2, 3, 4. And this year's NBA playoffs. Those are your best.
Me and G got the same people. I don't understand how in a discussion about 10 minutes ago, he was arguing that Brunson is the best player in the playoffs. He just bumped him down to number 3.
I'm happy to see that somebody's listening to the show at least. What are we doing here?
Brunson gonna be first team All NBA though. But man,
I'm just saying 10 minutes ago, you was arguing for him to be the best player in the playoffs.
Hey man, Ant, man.
That's why I have Brunson 1 and 2. I understand what you're saying. I'm saying 10 minutes ago you were arguing for him to be number 1. Now you just bumped him to number 3 in the next block of the show.
I regrouped.
So I'm gonna say this. and I'm gonna give my 4. And I'm not trying to be a hot button topic here. I'm not taking Josh Hart, but I do have reasons for who I'm taking. But I think one unanimously
Be
from
Dirt.
all, yeah.
You taking one of your people while we was talking about backstage?
No way he's gonna do that.
Listen, unanimously, Brunson number 1. He's leading in scoring average. He's dominating the ball more than anybody in the playoffs. 35.6 points per game going into the night. So I got Brunson 1. I got Ant-Man 2, averaging 32.3, playing incredible defense and really an energizer bunny for that team. Spider Mitchell. I got him. He's averaging 29.2. I think he's kind of the straw that stirs the drink for the Cleveland Cavs. When they need a bucket, he's the guy to go to. I got him at 3. And at 4, I think there's 3 guys that are really close here. I'm going to give it, and I know this is not going to be the same at the end of the next week, but I'm going to give it as of right now to Luka.
Oh,
And
Dirt.
Big G, listen to me. The stats. Listen to what's going on now. I will say this: he's been a little bit limited on defense, but Luka's averaging 28.4 right now. Shai's averaging 28.5, but Luka leads the NBA playoffs in assists right now. So because of that, I give him a slight advantage over Shai. And Joker is also really close there. So Joker's not where he's not in the top 10 in points averaged, but he is number 1 in rebounds. And I think what he does with rebounds and assists, it gives him close. But I think those 7 guys are all really close, and I don't think it's going to end the way I have it right now.
Luka also leads the NBA right now in turnovers and playing the playoffs. He's giving up that pill, bruh. And Shai right now leads it in steals.
No, that's not true. Kyrie Irving leads it in steals, the playoffs.
Well, he's just a little bit above Shai then. And that flipped maybe last night. That maybe flipped last night. Shai was out there killing them.
Fact check.
Killing them. Oh, yeah, you can check it.
But
it's close.
Lied
it's close.
And said it too much tonight, G. We can't take your word for it. So we got to get on. So where's our stat boy?
It's close. It's 15-13.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it up right now.
He got him He took over last night.
Honorable mention though, Derek White. If you wanted to pull somebody off the radar, I don't think Hart's the guy to go to. Derek White's been killing boys.
Yeah, Derek White and Rudy Gobert. Derek White and Rudy Gobert has been out there killing them in the playoffs.
Paolo Banchero still leads the turnover lead, regardless. Donovan Mitchell is tied with Luka, so if you want to really start splitting hairs.
Donovan Mitchell, how many turnovers?
28. Yeah. Nikola Joker's at 27. Brunson's at 23. But those guys are all real ball dominant. We're basically giving you who the ball dominant people are in that league too.
I got the steals leader being Kyrie, and then Caldwell Pope and LeBron and PJ Washington and Luka. I mean, Shai not nowhere on there.
Total steals?
Yeah.
What?
Kyrie got 15.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It is KCP.
Yeah.
Luka is on there, though.
Luka's on there.
Yeah. So, good call out. Thanks for letting us look that up, G.
I ain't putting Luka. I ain't putting Luka.
So that's mine. That's mine right now. So,
but you said B-Dirt, you prefaced it. You said it could change.
And it will. It definitely will. Luka's not right. I don't think he stays there. And easily I could make an argument for either of those other 2 guys against Luka because he has been limited defensively. I can't deny that whatsoever.
Well, he's actually been playing some of the best defense of his career. I mean, maybe since he's been hurt real bad, it's been a little worse, but he had been playing some really good defense.
Yeah, he took turns locking up PG3 and Harden.
Yeah, and Harden, yeah.
Bums.
All right, well, let's go over here and hear about how the Cubs are beating up on the Pirates. Our MLB update. The Pirates are 17-21,
Mm.
behind the Cubs, but ahead of Tate's Cincinnati Reds. Do we want to talk about that? The Pirates are 17-21. The Reds are 16-21.
Big trash.
The Cardinals are actually catching up on the Reds at 15-22.
Man, the Reds, look, we're on an 8-game loser streak.
That's a lot of them.
Tate, is it
I'll
time
let
for
you
the
off the
tire
bed
fire?
early,
Is it
Tate.
time for the tire fire? Tate,
No,
is
I
it
ain't
time
doing
for the
that.
tire fire?
That's how I get money is betting against the Cubs when we play them. And then we still gonna come back. Y'all not gonna go too far away.
The best winning percentage at 684. Big G in the Philadelphia Phillies. And my Tigers are in the Kiss Your Sister 500, 19-19. And I'll take it.
Do the Phillies still got the best record, or do percentage?
Still have the best percentage in Major League Baseball. Yep.
Yeah,
the Dodgers are nipping at your heel right now.
Pay, how you feeling about them Phillies? We was talking all that big trash when we was about 8 or 9 games into the season, or whatever the amount
I
it was.
was not talking big trash. I was telling you, stop all that whining about all these injuries. That's what I was saying. Yeah, the Phillies are handling business right now for the first time ever. And early in the season, they usually wait till after trade deadline for them to flip the switch. Now they're handling business in May. So I mean, there you go. I gave you your props. I gave you a little props. Yeah, but though the St. Louis Cardinals, they are the tire fire of the NL right now. Well, other than Miami.
The Pirates?
No, I said the Cardinals. Other than Miami, who just lost to the Phillies tonight, I bet against them.
Boy,
they flew the white flag already. What? Who has a
Arias gone?
Yes. Who starts selling players and telling your fans like, "Hey, we're not going to make the playoffs in the first week of May"? How does that happen?
And for Arias, they got like a dozen red light Krispy Kremes. I think they didn't get anything for him either. Wasn't like they got a deal that was too good to pass up. Guys won 2 batting titles and just go ahead.
Not just two consecutive batting titles in 2 different leagues. Yeah. And they say, you know what? We don't even want a top 100 prospect. The Padres, who can't take on any new money because they don't have any to pay anybody else. They had to give away Juan Soto for nothing. So they say, you know what, Padres, you can have him and we'll pay his salary. Just take him. What kind of operation is Miami running down there?
It's a fire sale every year. It just changes what time of year. And this is unprecedented. I've never seen anybody be sellers at this point in time. Tate, I'm gonna let you defend your Reds. What's going on over there? I know you're also a Guardians fan. If you want to speak on them, they're playing really well.
Not tonight.
The Guardians are playing very well, and that's as it gets towards September. I'll tune into them more. I don't really watch them like I watch every Reds game. Matter of fact, I know they come on here at 10 o'clock. They're probably just great throw out the first pitch against the Giants out in San Francisco. But 8 straight low. We can't score runs, man. Last 13 games, we scored like 13 runs. Something ridiculous like that. The pitching has been last year was the pitching. The pitching's been a lot better this year. It's our bats, man. It's our bats. I think, we TJ Friedel just came back from IL. He's back in center field. He's 2 games back in this thing. That'll help out a lot. We still waiting on Matt McClain to come back, but he won't be back till end of July, August. And Marte to end his 80-game suspension for a PED. So we got some bats coming, but we need to start hitting, man. And my boy Ellie is the Reds' best batting average at like 252. At least was what it was the last day before yesterday. But he's the steals leader. They got like 23. He's by far the steals leader. He's like almost 10 bases ahead of the next guy. Almost 10. I think it's 9 ahead of Acuna's third and somebody else's second. But Ellie's running away with that. He's third in homers with 8. he hits a few more homers, he's going to be right back up in that MVP discussion. Like I told Pay a few weeks ago, the Cubs don't got no MVP people.
No, we don't. We don't. The conversation wasn't about the Cubs. The conversation was about those Dodgers having 3 MVP candidates. That's who I said.
But who's still better than the Dodgers, Pay?
For now.
We'll see.
For now.
We'll see.
For now. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for the Phillies. They figured it out the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. That's cool. It's cool for them.
I mean, we've lightweight figured it out the last 3 years.
But what happened was
Atlanta
had to go see,
and,
Atlanta had to go see the Dodgers, and the Dodgers flipped the switch and busted up on the Braves for you guys. So you take over the division for now.
Has the Braves ever beat us in the playoffs in the last 3 years?
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, how many times did they play the Braves in the playoffs?
I know at least twice. At least twice. And I think the Phillies have been in the series.
So I know once in the last 2 years, the Braves have won the World Series.
I think the Braves went 3 years ago, I think, when they won it.
Yes.
So at least 3 years. So
all right, Big E Bronco over here says everybody needs to go hit that thumbs up for these guys. They do good shows for you all the time. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you.
Thanks, Bronco.
So much, sir. We appreciate you.
Definitely, man.
I think he's really supporting the Steel Curtain Network because he no longer has to worry about let's ride. For all the Pittsburgh fans out there, I will tell you there is a little buzz because they are pulling up Paul Skenes, the pitcher from Cal State Fullerton's #1 prospect right now, is going to come up and make his major league debut. I think that's going to happen tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, Pay.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7 games in the minors this year. He's got a .99 ERA, 27 innings pitched, 45 Ks, and a .91 whip. And he's got some filthy movement. So if you get a chance to take a look at him, good to go. Detroit 50-50, 19-19. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time arguing about the Tigers over here. Riley Green is leading our team with a .254 batting average. That shouldn't be the leader in the clubhouse. He does have 9 home runs. He plays a heck of a center fielder. I like Riley Green a lot. In our weekly Javi Baez update, hitting a $170. Thanks, Javi.
Yeah, he pulled it up. It was lower last time.
Well, yeah, he I think he's maxed out at like 191 this year. But
Peter, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with it? Is this who he is? Is this who he is?
Do you have a big trash sign?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. Which one you want me to put up?
Trash.
That dude is big trash, Pay.
Dumpster fire?
Not big trash. He's a World Series champion.
You want dumpster fire, Peter? Dumpster fire?
I'm going to get a list of World Series champions.
He's an NLCS MVP.
Yeah, and he's hot trash right now because they figured out how big and hole he has in his swing. He's terrible.
Well, yeah, he does. He does have a heavy swing. The ball is already in the mid.
That's one way to say it.
Yeah.
Hey, you made me think about the Reds moved up some dude. They picked up Mike Ford. Y'all hip to him?
Mm-mm.
Man, he look like a big. He don't look like an athlete. Let's just say that.
He looked like he ain't been in the gym, Tate, at all.
He ain't been in the gym at all. He just swings a bat.
So we're gonna make our Steel Curtain Network fans happy over here as we head out the door here in our last 10 minutes. Going to talk a little bit about NFL football before we get going. NFL strength of schedule based upon records from last year. Have you guys taken a look at that recently?
The AFC North got the toughest schedules.
The Steelers have maybe the toughest.
So they don't.
Right.
They don't.
It's close.
They're third. Baltimore Ravens second. Cleveland Browns first.
All
the way down here at 16th.
But you know, but you know why Cleveland's first?
Made the
because they play Baltimore. That's the separation.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. That makes sense. It's
but again, this goes back to
it's a 3-game separation. So
it goes
Something
back to our first hour when you this is the way you do it. If you won your division, you will play the other division winners in your conference. Same thing if you came in second, you would play the second teams that came in second,
Big
third, and
facts.
fourth, and so on. So
Yep.
Cleveland came in second in the division last year. They still got to play the Baltimore, like Tate said, so that
Yep.
bumps them up some. And they still got to play. They still got to play the conference. They got to play the other somewhat good teams. So yeah, so it makes sense.
Like Cleveland got to play Miami.
Yep.
They were second place
It's a loss
for Miami.
it's the conference that's really the key.
Yeah, but the AFC North played 2 games against the AFC North. They all had winning records. That's
correct.
That's tough.
Anything else really stand out? I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it. I mean, the Giants having tied for 6th, hardest schedule. The Houston Texans tied for 4th. I mean, I like what they've done with their team, but we're going to really see what their medal's about. The team that I think is possibly slated for a slide backwards here, the Buffalo Bills, 6th hardest schedule, and they had some rough go of it at the beginning of last year, and now you're losing your number 1 wide receiver, and you have rookie coming in basically as your number 1 wide receiver. Any thoughts on the Buffalo Bills? Anybody here see them sliding, or
no,
or do you think they're good enough to rebound?
No, I hated on the Buffalo Bills bad during draft week. And I actually went back and started looking at their roster and looking at what they drafted. Nah, Buffalo ain't going nowhere, bro. Buffalo is still the cream of the crop in that AFC East. They still the cream of the crop. Believe it.
You did have a lot to say about Buffalo's draft.
I hated on them bad. I hated on them bad because they gave Xavier Worthy to Kansas City. But now that I went back and I started, like I said, looking after the draft was over with, and looking at teams' rosters and stuff, I was like, nah, Buffalo ain't going nowhere. Buffalo ain't going. They still numero uno in that AFC East. Number 1.
The Falcons have the tied for 31st with the Saints because the AFC South was wretched. But right in front of them is the Chicago Bears at 29.
If you listen to the last episode of the Bear Claw, I'm out here, and I know one of our viewers right now watching did. Because he said, "Gee, you rubbing off on me." He said, "I got that bias bug." I said the Bears are going to go undefeated at the crib, maybe lose 1 game, one of the division games, but all the other games.
Whoa! Who they playing home this year?
Oh, let me go ahead.
Well, you can throw the Lions in there. That's
a loss.
I said maybe one of the division games. I said maybe one of the division games we lose.
Loss.
The Vikings.
One of the division games. That's it. Everything else is a dub.
No.
Optimism always springs eternal at this time of year.
Oh my God, no.
That's great.
They're taking L dogs over there, man. They taking L's. What is you talking about? The Packers gonna get them, and the Lions gonna get them.
The Bears will win 10 games, but they ain't going no 8-1 at home.
Heck no. Who they played the crib?
So let me pull it up.
I'll filibuster here for Pay. A team that I like in here is a sneaky one. I think is going to win their division because I disagree with Big G. The 24th easiest, well, one of the easier schedules, 24th strength of schedule is the Miami Dolphins. I like what they did in the draft. They're getting a couple key players that key injuries last year, getting back. And I think that team is poised to take over that AFC East. Go ahead, Pay.
So the Bears at home, other than the 3 divisional games, they have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks, Tennessee Titans.
That one win. That's 1-3 right there. Loss.
Carolina Panthers.
Win. 2. There's 2 wins.
New England Patriots.
3 wins.
All I needed to hear was G say G
Lost,
said he was
lost,
going to
lost.
lose. So I already know everything's going to go to opposite. Thanks a lot, G. Thanks a lot. Bear down.
Jacksonville gonna smoke y'all. Who else you said? Jacksonville. Who else?
Jacksonville, Seattle,
Smoke,
LA,
smoke,
Carolina,
smokes.
New
Three
England
smokes.
Patriots.
3 smokes right off the bat.
That's
1,
6
2, 3.
games. What's the other games?
Other
2,
games
3.
are the division.
Hey,
game.
John Caldwell
Wow.
said the Titans game's a loss if Mason Rudolph plays.
And
No, I ain't worried about
then come find Pay and say, "What's my name?" Make him say my name.
3 losses, lose to the Detroit Lions and lose to the Packers. There's 5 right there.
Nah, it's a new
Stop
day.
it.
It's a new day, G. It's a new
Stop
day.
it.
It's a
Tate,
new day.
I'm
Caleb's new sheriff in town.
I'm pretty sure if Rudolph wanted to come say something to Pay, that Pay could rip his helmet off and beat him with it. I'm just saying.
Hey, I can't believe you said that, man. I can't believe
Hey,
it.
man. Well, let's y'all comment on the AFC East, man. I think Buffalo's gonna win that division again.
Facts, Tate. Big facts.
I
I
think
feel
the Jets,
better about my prediction every time.
the Jets going to Jet. Yeah, man. Miami. As soon as they got to go play some cold weather teams, and just like this past year, they fell off at the end.
Tua.
They
I
had a
see
lot of
that.
injuries, guys. A lot of injuries.
They did. I see some of the same though. I see some of the same. I like Josh Allen. I know they lost the receivers, but I think Keon Coleman, they're gonna go a lot of 12 personnel. And I
Facts.
think you believe it or not, to pay in Big G, he gonna make somebody Chase Claypool again. Watch what I tell you.
No, I ain't. Now, see, now you done lost me on that. That's big trash right there.
Chase Claypool's on the practice squad.
I ain't going for that one, Tate. You ain't gonna get me on that one. Oh no, that's
Chase
big
Claypool
trash
is running the other team's offense for the practice team.
Who got put in the matrix?
That's it. That's his.
I put myself in the matrix.
A red
And
card. Red
they
card.
got a red card for that
Red
one.
card.
Dang.
Dang. Well, I'm gonna hate to say in a few months I told you so, but you'll see. But I still put myself in the matrix for jumping out on that, walking out on that plane.
So that's not a receipt. Just want to make sure.
No, it is a receipt.
Okay, all right.
Let me ask you this. What is more probable? Clay Claypool getting 1,000 yards receiving in the NFL this year, or Clay Claypool being in the CFL by the end of the year?
He just left the CFL to come
I'm
to
aware.
Buffalo. He's gonna last in Buffalo all year.
He's
and
going back to the CFL
and get a contract next year.
So what? He's the 4th receiver in Buffalo, right? Because you got
Paul Bishop said we should drug test Tate.
yeah on that one, yeah.
Hey,
Biggie Brocco said the Jets are going to jet.
that's what I'm saying too.
Tim Lyons said Rodgers needs to stay healthy and see if he can still ball.
Rodgers will stay out the campaign.
Yeah, and
trail.
Tua got to stay healthy. Tua can't, man. Tua ain't gonna make it every year, man. He's too small, man. Every year, and when they start playing them cold weather games and late in the season, he ain't gonna be able to take it.
That's where I'm at.
Every year, it's the same thing. When they show you who they are, believe them. He's not that guy. He's a game manager.
Claude Bishop said last year in the league, I believe that's a Chase Claypool comment.
Yeah, we thought you thought that already, Claude, and you thought that the Cavaliers were gonna get swept. It didn't happen, bro.
That's why he living.
I said gentleman sweep. I'm still alive on my prediction. I'm still alive on my prediction. I did get the entire first round of the playoffs. NBA
Absolutely
playoffs, correct.
8-0.
I was 8-0, but I'm happy to say that every single one of the homies had a winning record in picking those games as well. So 5-3.
Did we pick the second round?
Yeah, we have a second round. Let's see if I got it on this page. We've got Big G is the only one that took the Pacers.
Yep.
We got Big G is the only one that took the Nuggets.
Loss.
Pay, you took the Thunder with Big G. And no one took the Cavs.
Yeah, that's smart.
So
everyone's gonna go. Everybody's gonna be perfect except for G.
That's what we're rooting for. Well, you can't.
Okay.
Not everybody, because we're split on the Thunder Mavs.
Them losses sound like
Tate and I are over on the Mavs.
Oh,
that.
okay. Got you.
Them losses sound
I'll
like
be
what
perfect.
Chicago gonna be sounding like when you talking about loss. Because the Bears gonna get beat down this year like ain't no tomorrow.
I will. You know what?
down.
If I didn't have a plan for all the excessive corner time that you owe me, I would bet the whole lot. I would bet the whole lot.
So
the
there was a disagreement in the chat thread,
and I got the
about
tape.
corner time.
Yep.
I've been waiting on you to show it because I've got my evidence.
It's 40 minutes exactly. It's 40 minutes. No, it's not. It's 40 minutes exactly. And if Shai wins this one, you can subtract 20 more.
What does Shai have to do with me?
Me and you bet the what you call it, the OKC versus Dallas.
No,
he didn't pick
OKC. G.
Oh, I bet Tate then. My bad.
All right.
It's exactly
Tate,
what I mean. You owe me 50 minutes.
Tate, it's time to wrap up the show. Tell them where they can find you. Any closing comments you got? What's going on, Tate?
Yeah, man. Thanks everybody in the live chat for joining us on the homies. I don't know what happened. The first 10 minutes of the show, it wasn't broadcasting on all the networks, the channels we're supposed to be airing on, and the one we get the most traffic from still right now is still Curtain Network. So it was slow to get there, but thank y'all for jumping in and joining us. Far as I go, you can find me on the homies every Friday with these lames. Sunday, you can find me on the Know It All podcast on the Chilltown Hoops Network, Chilltown Hoops channel, with Big G and Mod, those lanes. On Wednesday night, you can find me on Pump Your Brakes with Big G and the homie Triple OG Shannon White, those lanes. And last but not least, the Cleveland Cavalier podcast, who I might not know who I'm doing it with. Last night I did it with an old buddy of mine from prison. That's just what I'm working with right now.
That is fantastic. Whoa, I love it.
Freaky Friday.
Do what you gotta do, Tate.
Do what you gotta do, man. He know basketball.
Get the job done.
He been locked up since '98, but he know basketball.
Big G, please don't tell us all 72 podcasts you're doing. Just what ones do you really want to focus on, and what are your closing comments?
Main thing is the Know It Alls podcast. I mean, we get out how we get on Friday and on Wednesdays. Tate went over that, but the Know It Alls podcast on Sunday on Chilltown Hoops and on Fans First Sports Network on the audio side. Please come check that out. And guess what? We found out that we can do super chats on our channel. So now you guys on the Know It Alls podcast can steer the conversation by coming over on Chilltown Hoops and sending in a super chat, because we can get super chats. And what I'm hearing now is that we also are going to be able to get super chats on the Know It Alls podcast. So we're going to go this week on Chilltown Hoops and the Know It Alls podcast, broadcasting them both. Chilltown Hoops will have the super chat availability to steer the conversation between me, Tate, and Mod. But then here soon, we're going to be able to get the super chats on the Know It Alls as well. So we all the way back in the building.
I like it. Pay, I'm going to save you for last. I'm going to tell you real quick. Running Through the Jungle, we were on Thursday this week instead of Wednesday. But we will be back on Wednesdays, 8:05. As usual, we have some new stuff coming in for the season. So we're pretty excited about what's going on at Running Through the Jungle. Justin Lacey, Tim Lyons, and Chase Yount's been holding it down, doing a good job. I've been working a lot, but I'm back to normal here starting soon. I will not be on the homies next week, but on Wednesday the 22nd, Pay and I will be reuniting for Pay Dirt, the future NFL Futures special. So check us out on Wednesday, the 22nd, 6:35 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be the first time that Pay Dirt will be live. So we will be able to take your questions in the live chats. So check us out with that. We'll be going over team total wins, division winners, conference champions, Super Bowl champions, and all the individual awards as well and where we find value in those. So now we'll kick it over to Pay. Tell us what you got going on and give us those closing comments, or just for your closing comments, you can read the Quad Fathers Dennis Pavlak's comment here at 10:23.
So, for all of you all who are uninitiated, you can find me, sans my three homies here, at the Frustrated Chicago channel on YouTube. Visually, we have this show, the homies. We have the Bear Claw. We have Shai City Bulletin Board discussing NBA with a Chicago Bulls spin. And we have the White Sox show. A lot of good stuff going on there. We talked about Angel Reese and Caleb Williams becoming chummy in Chicago. If Caleb Williams has been down to get his Herald's order yet. All the good time with a Chicago spin. You can catch all of this stuff also on the audio side and anywhere you get your podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and anywhere else you get your podcast fix from. Be sure not to miss that show that Be Dirt pumped up. That is the live Pay Dirt season 2 premiere. We are going to give you all the free ways to make some money. Don't just show up to listen to us. Come get some money as well.
You're gonna want to take notes.
Hey man, did Angel Reese the Bayou Barbie do Caleb Williams nails? Do you know?
Maybe. Hope so. It might get some glitter. might have some special razzle dazzle on it.
For that big 8-9 season waiting in the bag. That big 8-9.
That's still an improvement from last year.
One game.
No, it will be less than what Vegas has.
Well,
I know when I put my bet in, Vegas had the Bears at 8.5. Put that bet in, definitely over.
That's not a definite. I feel like the Steelers is more definite over than the Bears.
All you gotta do is win 9 to cash it out. If the Steelers were 8.5 as well, they better put that bet in as well, which I did already. Definitely over.
Vegas is looking at that third hardest schedule, though. That's what it is, Tate.
Yeah, but we always have a hard schedule. We got to play.
Hey, man, I got a standing rule. If it's under 500 when it comes to the Steelers, I bet it because of historical facts. With Tomlin's under, if they have Tomlin under 500, which they did last year, it was 8.5 last year. I bet it.
So who do you think finishes last in AFC North this year? Right now,
the Browns.
Browns. Okay,
I agree.
Browns suck. Lock up the Browns with Brett Favre. Let's go.
Hey, Pay, Be Dirt and Pay before we get off. 45-29 Nuggets.
No Diddy.
45-20. 45-32.
No,
They hit a 3.
No Diddy to before we get off.
That's right.
Before we get off. No Diddy. Freaky Friday.
Big G. How come you always the one, man? We're gonna talk about this off air. Go ahead and take us out, B Dirt.
I'm with Pay. Arrest Brett Favre. Big Baby Davis need a roommate.
Oh. Hey, till next week. Peace, everybody. Thanks for joining us.